Hi, this is Cathy Skipper and Florian Birkmayer from AromaGnosis, and we're very excited because we've just launched our new subscription on Ancestral Healing, and we thought we'd do a video to explain what it actually entails and what it includes. So the subscription lasts for 5 months, and every month those people who are enrolled will receive a box with many things in it. There'll be a couple of oils, there'll be a hydrosol, there'll be a flower essence, there'll be a rune, specially chosen for you for the month's work. There'll be other things like incense, things for ancestral altars, flowers, plants, tinctures, depending on the month and the work that we're going to be doing that month. So every month you'll receive this beautiful box full of exciting things. And those things will be the tools that you'll be using every month to work through the intensive PDF and exercises and accompanying video that go with the kit. So, for example, we've just got the first month ready and the PDF is 49 pages of lots of information and exercises, information about the contents of the kit and how to use it, mainly and importantly how to use it, and then there's a video that accompanies that as well. So why are we doing this and why are we excited about it? So the core of this work is that this is the gift that my ancestral wound that I came into this life carrying gave me, and I think it's the same for Florian.
Absolutely. But I want to say that we've really had a lot of positive feedback for our prior subscription, and it's self-paced. You know, the once a month is great. And what's really most important is that you're really building each month on the previous month and really building lifelong habits, lifelong skills, lifelong ways of relating to the ancestors. And it is, we were just talking again this morning, when we're young, we kind of need to be made to believe that our ego, we have free will, so we can act in the world. And then at a certain point, we realize we are standing on the shoulders of our ancestors, and the deep, deep way ancestral patterns have shaped us. I think this is a quote by Mark Twain, history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. And as we've explored ourselves, and especially with our clients, really looked at transgenerational patterns, it's uncanny how much this influences our everyday life. So if you're ready, this is the way to really take healing to the next level.
And this idea of building each month on not just the information. So yes, the way that we've planned the subscription is that each month we go deeper along the journey and you have more and more tools to use this work with your own inner journey, and also if you're a practitioner with clients. But also I think it's important to highlight that the kit isn't just a one-off for that month. The tools in the kit will be each month building on themselves, and so by the end of the 5 months you'll have a huge toolbox of tools that you will continue to use time and time again in this work. So as I said, we have done a lot of our own healing and realized that it was the core of it was sitting on the shoulders of those who we come from, and that healing our ancestral trauma enabled us to come back to a place of self, a place of belonging, an anchorage in this world that was, for me anyway, gravely missing before I did this work. And that's why there's a huge desire to share it, because in our private practice we also see that the ancestral element of any healing work is absolutely important. Even if people haven't even ever thought about it before, when we open that door we realize that these patterns aren't just from this lifetime. They're coming through, they're echoing, they're rippling. Okay.
And one thing is that especially when you or your clients are struggling with these chronic issues, you've seen a bunch of different practitioners, providers, and the issues keep coming back for years and years, that's become a strong sign to us that this is ancestral. And the other thing is when we're finding ourselves in these unconscious patterns, well, we don't even know why we're doing something. It's like water to the fish. We're acting out these patterns. Sometimes we're like, oh my God, what am I doing? Sometimes we're completely oblivious. And so to really reclaim our unique own personal myth, we need to free ourselves from these unconscious patterns so we can have choice and autonomy and honor the ancestors in their rightful place, not being unconsciously possessed by them, but relating to them for healing, strength, and guidance.
So we're not going to go on and on because this is just to let you know what we're doing. I think one of the main points as well is that don't worry, you're not going to be thrown in the deep end. We have created this journey that takes step by step, like any journey. So the first month is really starting to think about ancestral connection, ancestral worship, ancestral veneration. What is it to die? What is it to be in connection with those that have died and that have gone before us? And, you know, I think one thing to maybe let you think about as we end this little video is that in every society, every culture in the world, pre-religion, there was some form of ancestral veneration or ancestral connection or worship. And it was this honouring of the ancestors that enabled the work the other side of the veil and this side of the veil, the traumas that had happened, to be integrated, to be honoured, for those ancestors to be beheld so that they can work with us in the material world, they in the other side of the veil, to repatriate those that have died. There's a process to death as there is a process to living, and we've cut ourselves off from that. In the modern world, in the dominant cultures, religion, one God, took over from this ancestral connection, which is really what humanity is about. That is what it is to be human. And so I think that's why there's such a pull in the world. Even people going for DNA tests, they're looking for something. They don't really know why they're doing it. But I believe that that the huge demand for knowing about our ancestors is because we sense that that connection is missing. As much as we've disconnected from the natural world and we're paying the price, we have disconnected from what it is to be human, which is to honour, to work with, and to be on an ancestral journey. And so that's at the heart of this work. There's many, many more layers to it. Let's finish on these two beautiful quotes.
So there's an African proverb that says, no man can outwit the ancestors, and a Chinese proverb, to forget one's ancestors is to be a brook without a source, a tree without a root. So we'll put the link to the subscription down below. And also, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe.
And join us. Come along and see how transformative ancestral healing can be, not only to your life, but to the life of those who went before you and the life of those who are coming after you. Thank you.
Thank you, and see you in the subscription.